Now, there have been many reports that Amy Schumer, comic and actress Amy Schumer, is considering divorcing her husband following her weight loss journey. A source close to Page Six said the marriage has reached a tipping point and there is zero chance of it being salvaged, Kinsey.
Well, Rita, I mean, this does look like a revenge body. Let's be honest. Sources told the Daily Mail that Amy fears her marriage is broken, and despite attempts at making it work for their young son, it just doesn't seem to be working. The Daily Mail claims that Amy has been trying to make it work for much of the year, but it looks like, she's telling close friends she doesn't think it's repairable. I do think she kind of likes this attention, though, because she did recently correct journalists about her weight loss, saying she's lost 50 pounds, not 30. And she is making, interesting snide comments on social media about the status of her relationship. We didn't see that with Nicole and Keith Urban. We don't, you don't see that with couples that are not loving the attention.
Now, Oprah Winfrey, who's in Australia at the moment, is facing backlash after she reveals she has gone no contact with certain family members. She has been accused of inappropriately framing the debate when tackling this topic on her podcast. Kinsey, she said people are now redefining what healthy boundaries look like in family dynamics. Did she explain why she's gone no contact and who she has made this call with?
Well, I had to do some research here. In her 2020 book, What Happened to You, Oprah revealed details from her childhood, and she says that her grandmother would whoop her over the smallest things. And she says that those experiences turned her into a people pleaser who battled with boundaries well into adulthood. I also know that she's, said that there's been some sexual assault in her history. I'm assuming that these are the reasons why she's gone no contact, but she doesn't explain it specifically in her conversation.
But she's in her 70s now, so I would imagine her grandmother is long gone. It would be interesting to know if this is something less serious, because as we know in America, there's an epidemic of people cutting contact with their family over political differences, Kinsey, and that is just so...
Meghan Markle, and Meghan Markle too. Meghan Markle.
And then you've got Meghan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that that's a great question. I'd be curious to know what the specifics are, but the argument is that she's framing it like it's a trend, and people are saying it's so much deeper and so much more dangerous than that.
It is, and she's almost explaining it as just resetting boundaries when you're cutting off family members. That's a fairly drastic thing to do. Before you go, just quickly, this story is rather amusing. Defence Secretary, or War Secretary, I should say, Pete Hegseth, has posted an AI image of children's book series Franklin. Have a look at this one of Franklin shooting narco terrorists out of a helicopter. The publisher has defended the character as a beloved Canadian icon who has inspired generations of children and stands for kindness, empathy and inclusivity. What a pack of drainers. I mean, just go with the joke. They should just be thankful that Pete Hegseth is giving them this free publicity.
Yeah, and Franklin doesn't want your kid to die of a drug overdose. I mean, I feel like that's something we should all admire, but it's the perfect example of the Streisand effect. What happens when you try to shut something down and end up shining a spotlight on it instead? They've brought even more attention to the meme than there would have been had they stayed silent.
Absolutely. And that's another option. Just stay silent. You don't have to say anything.